The Sports Talk Recruiting Report is sponsored by Seawell's Catering.
All right, Cade Klubnik, Clemson quarterback. Heard from him there. Let's give you the recruiting report tonight. And it's brought to you, as always, by Seawells. I want to remind you, if you are a South Carolina fan, you're looking for football parking for this coming season, and you haven't secured, well, just give Seawells a phone call. They'll take care of you. 803-771-7385. They have, of course, a lot of parking over there on their property. Very short walk to Williams-Brice Stadium. You might can grab a biscuit on your way by as well. You can email them for information as well at SeawellsCatering@gmail.com. Daily lunch and buffet all next week. Make sure you get there. And for catering at its finest, just call Seawells or look them up on their website for more information. That's SeawellsCateringSC.com. Busy Friday. Clemson continued to do good work in high school recruiting with a commitment from 6'2", 220, Logan Anderson, running back linebacker from Barney Fife High School. I made the Barney part up. I'm sure Mr. Fife.
That's not how Barney spelled his last name, though.
No. I'm sure
F-I-F-E.
Sure Mr. Fife for Fife High School is somebody of great repute. So he chose the Tigers over some impressive offers, Auburn, Georgia, Ole Miss, among others. And he was at Clemson yesterday and today for their recruiting activity. And they offered him back on June the 4th after he went to a camp there. Wes Goodwin, his primary recruiter for Clemson, talented player. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of Sammy Brown from that standpoint. Brown was an outstanding running back in high school. So was this kid. Helped lead his team to Alabama Class 2A title last season, and he rushed for over 2,000 yards, in fact, 2,864, and 45 touchdowns in the title game.
I'm surprised Clemson's looking at him as a linebacker. I think he'd be a huge help for them offensively.
256 rushing and 4 touchdowns in the championship game. So all kind of accolades. He's the 15th commitment for Clemson's 25 class and the first linebacker. Also at Clemson today and yesterday, receiver Dylan Alfred, 6 feet, 178, Saraland, Alabama. He's got his family members with him. See what happens tonight with him because he's been committed to Ole Miss, decommitted June 24th, and then Clemson offered not long after. He was also in March for spring practice and also was in for a June camp. And they like him with his speed, and they've kind of got him as a priority, he says, for the offense. They'll try to get him committed while he's there, but he does plan to visit Ole Miss this weekend. Ole Miss is where he was once committed, and they've stayed on him, and he's told them he'll come back for a visit. We'll see if that happens this weekend. Miami-Dade, this might go under the radar screen, but you never know how it might work out. Miami-Dade junior college wide receiver Reuben Jackson, 5'9", 164, was at South Carolina today. He worked out at the camp for receivers coach Mike Furry. He tells us it all went well, and he'll be enrolling for the fall semester at USC, joining the program as a walk-on. He said that he and Furry had a great talk, that he likes his game style, and they talked about his journey. He has had a journey, and he knows that Furry will develop him to the man he wants to be on and off the field. He's out of Belle Glades, Florida. Had offers from Syracuse, Oregon State, Troy, Rutgers, FAU, and Vanderbilt out of high school. Actually drew some Clemson interest and visited. He went to Mississippi State as a PWO for 2 seasons. Then he left, went out to California, came back for family reasons, spent last season at Georgia Military before transferring to Miami-Dade in January to go get his grades in place to be able to go back to a major program. Josh Stepp first recruited him for South Carolina, and the Gamecocks stayed up. That'd be Justin Stepp, not Josh. I'm sorry. Justin Stepp at South Carolina. And the Gamecocks have kind of kept in touch and stayed with him, and now he plans to enroll in the fall when he has to enroll with the regular students and then join the team as a walk-on. South Carolina handing out several offers today, including a couple of quarterbacks one quarterback in the 27 class, Trey Taylor, 6'2", 175 of Mundelein, Illinois. And another one in the 27 class, Mason Holtzclaw, native of Piedmont, who attends Christ School in Arden, North Carolina. Gamecocks also offered in the 27 class receiver Aiden Starling, 6'1", 170 of Alvin, Texas. Gamecocks also today offering in the 28 class defensive tackle Corey Cunningham, 6'4", 265 out of Charlotte. 2026 quarterback Javon Gilmore of Gaffney was at USC today. He left there feeling an offer is in the, quote, near future. And then he and some teammates left. They're on their way to Arkansas, University of Arkansas, for a weekend visit. And 26 safety Jazavian Currents of South Point, he planned to be at USC today for their recruit cookout as well. And with that, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded tonight's recruiting report brought to you by Seawells.